Week 10 of the fantasy football season. Here's a few running backs I have as sleepers this week. The first back, Emari Demercado of the Arizona Cardinals. So last week showed some flashes with Demercado. I know he's the third running back. It looks like still behind Trey Benson and James Conner, obviously. But Demercado out there, 99% of fantasy leagues. And we've seen some flashes from him a couple seasons ago when he was filling in as well at times for James Conner. So the last game for him, week 9, versus the Bears, limited touches, 4 carries, 59 yards, a touchdown, 2 catches, 21 yards. So this week, not a great matchup versus the New York Jets, but he could catch the football out of the backfield, and he's got game-breaking speed here, is Demercado. So like I said, he's been seeing the field a little bit more over the last month of the season, but he's definitely a deep sleeper, Ed. If you got a lot of injuries or a lot of your backs are on bye, with the 4 teams on bye this week, the next running back, Cam Akers, the Minnesota Vikings. So Cam Akers last week, he came in and spelled Aaron Jones at times for this Minnesota Viking team, and he looked good on one drive with Cam Akers. So they traded for him a few weeks ago, and I'm assuming right now he's the backup running back instead of Ty Chandler behind Aaron Jones. So last week for Akers, like I said, 6 carries, 46 yards, 2 catches, 7 yards. He looked quick. He had some speed. He was breaking some tackles. And this week, a good matchup at the Jacksonville Jaguars. If he comes in and get a couple touches here and there, I think Cam Akers could be a sleeper option for fantasy owners. He's actually added in 3% of fantasy leagues this week off the wire. But right now, he's still available in 91% of fantasy leagues. If you need a deep league, lightning in a bottle type of play, I think that could be a possibility. With Akers this week, and the third and final running back I have as a sleep is Ray Davis of the Buffalo Bills. So Ray Davis, it's been a solid rookie year for the most part, I believe, for Ray Davis. When he's gotten the call, he's gone out there and put up fantasy points. So the last 3 weeks, week 6 of the Jets, 20 carries, 97 yards. Week 7 versus Tennessee, 5 carries, 41 yards, a touchdown, a catch, 6 yards. Week 8 at Seattle, 6 carries, 29 yards. And week 9 versus the Dolphins, 4 carries, 20 yards, 2 catches, 70 yards, and a touchdown, including a 63-yard touchdown he took to the house. So Ray Davis, physical in between the tackles. He's got game-breaking ability. And I've said this in other videos. He's a running back. If he was on 10, 15 other teams, he could start, in my opinion, in the NFL. So right now, while he's out there in tons of fantasy leagues at 72%, and he's bringing production for fantasy owners, I think with 4 teams on bye, he possibly could be a decent plug-and-play sleeper option. So that's a few running backs I have as sleepers for Week 10 of the fantasy football season.